Alright, so we have some custom items from our returning customers. She ordered a custom wig with kinky straight hair. We do have 20-inch kinky straight bundles in stock and ready to ship, so you can get them on sale right now. They are 30% off. And the sale ends at midnight again for Black Friday. But now we're about to make a custom wig, and she wanted kinky straight hair. So I'll show you guys that. That's what we're going to be prepping. These are the dome caps. My vendor always sends me dome caps in bulk so that I can make my custom wigs. So I've always talked about the factory made wigs. So today we're going to be prepping a tailor-made wig, and that's a wig that I make by hand. Most of my customers prefer these type of wigs because they're much more comfortable. And so to prep, I do go ahead and cut off that inside tag just because we want it to be nice and comfortable when the customer is wearing it. I do get everything pretty much in bulk so that I'm always ready to make custom wigs when needed. And I order a lot of hair because it either sells through like people buying bundles to make their own wigs or to get them installed, or people pay me to make their wigs. And so these are my medium-sized caps. So like I said, my vendor does supply these for me. But if I didn't have a vendor that had quality caps, I would use Q-Fit caps, which are caps that you can get in the hair store. And then I also had another cap vendor before I started getting my caps from my actual vendor. So you'll have to definitely decide where you want to get caps from if you are going to make your own custom wigs. You want quality cap. You don't want it to be too stretchy, and you do want it to be mesh. So again, like I said, this is preferred for most of my returning customers. Today we're going to be making a bob wig with kinky straight hair. And so right now we're about to bleach the lace. This is a 5x5 HD film lace. And it's kinky straight mink Brazilian hair. I love this hair texture. This is literally my favorite texture. You see the lace is beautiful. I will be tinting this lace as well for my customer. Basically, the wig will come ready to wear. And she did get 10% off this wig since it is Black Friday. And so yeah, I'm gonna do that. You do want to save your bags. You can use this to either pack something separately or just to cut down on plastic waste. We do recycle around here. And so I'll put this aside. Then you also want to pack the wig when you're done back into the net. Since this is kinky straight hair, she won't need much hair again because this is going to be a bob. And so typically, even with longer lengths like 22 inches and 20 inches, we only use 2 bundles for kinky straight hair because the hair is so full. And so since she's getting a short bob, we're only gonna need 1 bundle for this look, and then the closure. Like this is the 1 bundle. Super full. And once we straighten it, it's gonna be the perfect natural length wig. She's gonna love it. We have the bleach. We've already went through why I use blue bleach over the other bleaches. Remember, we're using just enough to cover this 5x5 length lace. And I'm actually going to get a picture of this as well. When you are selling hair extensions and wigs, you always want to get texture shots for your website. You don't want to use vendor pictures or anything like that. You want to get your own pictures and own videos, and so that's what I'm doing right now. HD film lace. And once I get these pictures done, we're going to be making a custom wig. And if it's going to be this consistency, then you don't want to go through pushing it down. Like, you want to be real soft when you're going over it. And so I'm not going to really be pressing in with the knife. I'm going to go super soft. Because you want it to just be on the actual knots. You don't want it to go onto the hair. And when you bleach the knots, it helps to get rid of literally the knots. They create hair knots throughout the lace. They tie the hair onto the lace, and that's what makes the lace closure. So bleaching the knots just browns it and makes it look more like a scalp. And you see, it's not going through the lace. It's literally sitting on top of it. You just want it to touch the knots, not the hair. And so I already have another video explaining way more about this process and the products that I'm using. I just posted a video about that. It's titled How to Bleach Knots, so you can go check that out. Also, again, make sure you subscribe to our email list. This is how it should look. There is none on the actual hair. It's just right at the root, so that's perfect. And this is going to sit like this for about 30 minutes again. Yeah, just making sure to get every part. You do want to bleach the whole lace. You don't want to just do wherever the part is going to be at. I talked about that on my last live. I just don't think that looks right. If somebody orders a custom wig from you, you should be customizing the whole lace, not just the part that people are going to see. My customer is a 21.5 head circumference, so we're going to be tailoring the wig cap. You always want to put the pointed side in the back. And we're going to line it up. And you want to make sure it's comfortably around the full circumference. This is where it will lay on their actual head. And you see all of this extra space. If I was to just make the wig and have all of this on here without stitching it and fixing it, then it would not fit my customer correctly. It would be bulky. And so that's why we're going to sew this down. So you can always go back and look at that video as well. But this one will be here for you too. And we're going to use our T-pins. I'm really looking forward to this online course that is coming out for how to make tailor-made wigs, because it's going to be so helpful. And I haven't done a in-person hands-on class in a while. My last one was last year. I've been doing other things this year, but for the people who aren't able to do in-person classes, this online course would be great for that, because you can do it from the comfort of your own home. All right, so right now we're just kind of lining up the back of the nape. Okay, looks good. And so once everything is comfy on the canvas head, we're going to go in and pull this excess. Now, there's a few ways that you can do this. I've experimented with pretty much all of the different ways since I have been making wigs. Some people will pull all of this to the front. Okay, you see how it goes up? You will pull all of this basically to the front and sew it up here. That's one way. And then you would stitch along this side. Now you don't want to pull it. You see how you can see the difference in how like tight I'm pulling it? You don't want to pull it too tight because that also can mess with the wig and it'll make the wig like bulky when you go to sewing it. So you still want it to have its normal, like it's the normal wear. So you don't want to stretch it. It should look like it's just laying there. So this will be how it's supposed to look. And then that's what you would sew down. So you would just get it folded to where it needs to be. And then you would sew it down. And so this is one of the ways you can do it. You don't want to make sure that all of these wrinkles are gone though. So you would just keep folding it until it's wrinkle free in the back. And then you're going to sew this down. So that's one way. And I like this way. This way is a pretty clean way. So that's one of them. Another way that you can resize the cap, obviously, is by just kind of folding it into the seams. So you would create a new seam, which is more of a, I mean, you could do that, but honestly, if you want to go with what's the cleanest thing, then you would just go to the top. This way works too, and you just like pinch everything all in, and you sew up this way. I've done this before. The video on my YouTube page already is this way, and so you just fold it all the way in. Again, you make it super tight. But since I already have that method on here of folding it like this, we'll go ahead and do it the front way. That way you guys can have two methods on here to refer to. So I think that makes sense, huh? Fold all of this down so we can make it flat back here. So you just want to pull everything up. And again, we're not stretching it. We just want to get a nice snug fit. Okay, right there. And we're just going to start pinning. And where the pins are is where you're going to be sewing. So we're going to sew this excess cap onto the actual wig cap right here. And so I do like to be super neat, so I do make sure pretty much all of the excess is sewn down. Because when we're sewing on the sewing machine is going to stitch over all of this, so it's going to be real snug and secure. And so I like to take my time. I always take my time with my wigs. That's what separates my wigs from regular vendor wigs. They make them really quick, just for multiple people at a time. I work on custom wigs person by person, so each order gets adjusted as needed. This is what the knots are looking like so far. You can kind of see that they've started turning a little bit, but we just put it on, so it's only been on here for I think maybe like 10 or 5 minutes. So it's already starting to turn. You see I have no bleach on the actual hair, just the knots, so this is perfect. Because we love the Lord. Unto him, unto him, unto him. Because we love the Lord. And so we're basically creating a new scene. And if you just joined and you're wondering why my fingers are white, that is from the bleach. We just bleached the knots on the lace closure. And I didn't wear gloves, so made my finger a little white. But it'll go back to normal by the end of the night. And we're just gonna start off where we ended at. And we're almost done, just this part left. You see how different it is from the beginning. It's nice and snug to the canvas head now. Okay. It's nice and snug, so we have no excess space. And she has a 21.5 size head. So now I can take all of these pins out. And it'll stay where it should. Me I won't go back, say I won't go back. Looks perfect. All right, so let's go look at the closure. We went and bleached the knots, and then I also am tinting it now. So I use a tinted foam. My customer does have a brown skin, and so I went ahead and added the lace tint onto there. So this is going to dry. This is our Kinky straight hair, and she's getting a custom wig. So we're going to put this in. Just going to go ahead and dry. I like to use the paint pens when I'm drawing on my guidelines. I have used regular markers and they just don't really last that long. So I like to use the paint pen, and that's going to be to draw the guideline. This is one bundle. All she will need is one bundle for this wig. plus the closure, it's going to be way full, super natural looking. I love this texture. And so this is a good go-to everyday wig, great everyday hair. Since I know she wants a left side part, we'll probably put about a line like here and then about here. So I won't draw any guidelines in this area because I know this is where the closure will go. So once the closure is done drying, we'll be doing the rest of the lines. So we'll just start in the back. I do put my wig tag in the back. Wig tags go on all of my custom wigs. All of my wigs in general get a wig tag, just so my customers can know who the wig came from. Because as I said, my customers do get to keep these wigs for years. We use quality hair. They are constructed very, very nicely. And so this is going to go on the inside, and it's going to go right here in the middle. So even if she's wearing a side part, it goes in the middle because we're going to sew the closure to the side. So she'll have a nice, natural, deep side part. Okay? But you still base all of your lines and everything else off the middle. And so the middle is where the line is inside of the cap. So like I said, it's going to go here. So we'll be doing the line from here to here. Make sure it goes around, because I don't like to sew across this, obviously. And remember, you want to space it out about an inch apart, because this is a bob wig. So bob wigs, one, since it's kinky straight, it's only gonna be one bundle. But if it was two, you would do the same thing. So you would use 2 bundles if it was a silky straight or a body wave texture. But since this texture is so full, you only need 1 bundle. And custom wigs are 10% off right now at the Tailoring collection. Just until midnight. So take advantage of this Black Friday sale. And if you can't eyeball it like I'm doing, you can always go in with a measuring tape. I say, Jesus, my heavenly King loves me, I know. We have 30% off hair extensions, 50% off natural hair products, and 10% off wigs. I love my Savior too. I love my Savior. He loves me too. This is what it looks like. I've tinted the lace. I'll probably tint it one more time once the wig is constructed. But this is what the knots look like. Nice quality HD lace. You guys can see how thin it is. It literally disappears. And remember, she wants a left side part. So we're gonna place this to the side. No, see how nice. This is laid flat. Details on the church singing, please. The last video. So the last video was a man named Jason Walker. I'm not sure of the actual church they were at. It may be on the details of the video, but if you type in Jason Walker, you'll get all of his songs. Right now, the man singing name is 𝗙𝙗𝗵𝗃, and this song is I Woke Up This Morning. Or actually, yeah, well, it's I woke up this morning, but if you type in I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus, then he'll pop up. But yes, I love these worship songs because they, you know, allow you to be able to sing along, and this is all a cappella, so this is literally people just singing, using their voices to praise the Lord. I thought that was him. Thanks. Oh, look at you. You're the second person who's known who was singing. I'm glad that people are hip. With my mind on, nobody but me. Are you about to sew this down? You want to make sure it's super flat. The same goes for the closure as for the wig cap. Plus, just look at the new website in general. 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗺collection.com. Woke up this morning with my mind set on Jesus. So all of these hand stitches will be reinforced with the sewing machine, which makes our wigs even more sturdy. And this is a tailor-made wig that I'm working on. Hallelujah. Oh, one reason why I'm saying, woke up this morning with my mind. This wig is gonna be so cute. I'm gonna take pictures and put this one on my website as well. I have about 3 custom wigs on there right now. My goal is to post all of the ones that I've made for different customers so that if you want to recreate any of the wigs, you'll be able to on the website. Now that we're getting to the end of the thread, we're just going to go back stitch, and then we're going to cut it. And this is the same thing that you'll do on the actual sewing machine. When you get to the end, you always want to go back and back stitch. But if you're watching this right now, make sure you go visit my new website at thetailoringcollection.com. Just give it a scroll. Let me know what you think. We have 50% off natural hair products right now. All right, this is nice and sewed down. Hi. I literally love this texture. It's so soft. Like, as I'm braiding, it just feels great on my fingers. to receive my blessing, patiently waiting, for the harvest is mine. Never eagles of heaven and it's mine, all mine. We're gonna add one track right here. This is gonna finish off her bang. And so that's it. And this is a deep side part wig guideline and how to resize your wig cap. And so we resize the wig cap up here. This is our 5x5 HD lace closure. She's wanting a left side part, so it's to the left. And here's the wig guideline. Definitely subscribe to this channel and the email list so that you can be the first to know when the wig course drops. And so this is going to go the same right in the inside. God's unchanging hand, hold to his hand. God's unchanging hand, build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's hand. Always snip excess threads. Keep it nice and clean. Oh. Put that back in. This is my bobbin thread. You'll have thread from the bobbin as well as thread from your big spool back here. Can't stop, won't stop, can't stop. Yes, it is. Our wigs will have that custom stamp in the back.
Wisdom from the Lord. It doesn't matter how strong you think you are in the Lord. There's some choices that can break your heart if you don't have wisdom.
This is our Kinky straight hair.
I want to serve us. I want to just end this
super full ends. I'm about to sew this onto the wig.
Some of us possibly have never read, depending on where you are in your Christian journey, Exodus chapter 15. If you can turn your Bible there. Exodus chapter 15, verse 7 is where we're going to launch our foundational reading. I want to give just a brief backdrop of this. This is Miriam, who is saying a prayer or who is giving God praise. And as Miriam is saying this prayer, this is what she sees. This is what's behind her. So just add a little context. While she's saying this, the Red Sea is behind her. Behind her. Y'all ready? Nobody said that, so I'll wait. Are y'all ready? Exodus chapter 15, verse 7. Watch this. She
You
says,
literally only need one bundle.
"In the greatness of your majesty, Easter. I can just imagine we celebrate. I'm no longer in Egypt. I'm no longer. And y'all smell some salt. You see what kind of look like we going to the Red Sea, but we out of Egypt. We out of Egypt, and I'm seeing the water like it's driving the galaxy. Like the smell changes. It's getting kind of like an ocean smell here, and I'm seeing okay, there's no left, there's no right, and we all marching. I probably would. You sure this is
And so I adjust as needed. If I need to go up a little higher.
The school district already said we're gonna tow it. You can't even park over here. So we try me, and we can't park here. It's always God like to lead you to a dead end, where you don't know really what's about to happen, what He's gonna do, but all you know is He's leading you. That's all I know. Tangible takeaways. But if there's ever been anybody who feels as though, okay, I don't understand what God is doing. Why does God lead us towards Red Seas? Number one, to prove He's with you. If I had time, I would show you that He led the children of Israel with a cloud by day and fire by night. I'm proving I'm with you.
Super neat stitches. I do double stitch.
God drowned the Egyptians and Pharaoh with water. But for us, God's children, He covered us with blood. So our life is hid in Christ, and we are not our own. So there is nothing of our past, because God doesn't like horror stories. There's nothing coming back that's going to haunt you.
Finished up. We're going to close the wig up now.
Relational killer. Number 3, a lying tongue. Lying tongue.
2 hours left.
Question all truths. And then the crazy thing is you get mad when you recognize we find out that you're lying.
Black Friday
and you continue on with your lie and getting mad because I know that you're lying. It makes you question all truths. Proverbs 12:22. The Lord detests lying lips, but He delights in people who are trustworthy. Colossians 3:9. Do not lie to each other, since you have taken off your old self with this practices. Number 4, relational killer, premature pursuit. A premature pursuit. Songs of Songs or Songs of Solomon, Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you, do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires. Certain translations until it's time. It's a premature pursuit. What is that, Pastor? You saw, you chased, you tried, you have, you got bored, you blamed, you broke, you left. Premature. It was too much. I'm just flowing, bro. Premature. It's a premature pursuit. Next. Pride. A pride can cause Satan to fall from heaven. Destroy your covenant. That's when apologies are in a family. Who says I'm sorry? Men, we should lead in it. Yes. Hell loves to attach great pleasure to conflicts. So that now you question, if I do this God's way, will it work? So now you have to steward emotion and desires that you never had to, you never were supposed to steward to begin with. You have comparisons that you were never supposed to steward to begin with. It's a relationship killer. I'm telling you from what we know. Marriages, you had all this sex before I do, and now after I do, there's no more sex. Sensuality. There was never a time when I had this. Number 7, toxic third-party influences. Everybody don't have to be all in your marriage. You don't have to post everything. You don't have to tell your mama everything. Praise each other privately. Praise each other publicly. Deal with issues privately. You got an issue with something that 𝗙𝗎𝗃 said or something I said? We're going to deal with it privately. And here's the deal with my parents. Y'all forgave each other. You parented. Certain things we have to do together. Number 8, using flaws as ammunition. If I want to reveal my weakness to you, use it. We're going to disagree. Men and women, this is why love is wrong. Well, when he did open up, you used what he opened up with against him. And so now you wonder why he won't open up again. That's one of the most fragile parts of a man. His next, slow to understand. These are relationships. Slow to understand. Swift to speak. This is when you interrupt them, you speak for them. Relationship killers. Last thing you do is marriage out. Commitment breakers. She brought a whole table. She came in the napkin. Same thing, brothers. Same thing.
Super neat stitches. We have the elastic band. When you get over yonder. Okay. And that is the difference of a tailor-made wig. It's going to be double stitched, made for your head circumference specifically. I'm going to place it back on. Oh Lord, I come to receive my blessing. But this texture is super natural. I'm glad you like it. I got my heels. Yeah, it's gonna look so natural. And I really, really love this texture. Again, this is the Kinky straight texture, and you can get it 30% off if you want to buy bundles or lace right now from the Tailoring collection. We have about an hour and a half left before the sale ends. I've come to receive my blessing, patiently waiting for the harvest is mine. I got my Hebrews 11:1 to know that my blessing If you're just joining right now, I am molding the parts for this wig. I will be styling at a later date, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. I will go back live when I'm styling it. Right now I'm just molding it so that it's easier to style when it's time. Today we made this wig from scratch. This is a custom tailor-made wig. I bleached the knots, I tinted the lace, and I constructed the wig all on this live, so I will save it. And so all I have to do when I'm ready to work on this again is pluck the hairline and straighten the hair. I'll probably add a baby hair, just like right here. But she's ready. And this just helps the hair know which way to flow. Just mold it overnight so it'll sit like this. And I'm basically going through looking for any like threads or any gray hairs, and I just pluck them. So soft, so silky. That's the other 18. So far we have 2 18s of the 𝗙𝗍𝗄𝗏 here. If you're just joining, I'm packing Black Friday orders now. Been on here for a while. First I did a custom wig order. Now I'm packing Black Friday orders. We have 1 hour left to shop the sale. You can get 30% off of bundles like this. 10% off custom wigs like I just made. And in a second you'll see the botanicals. Whoops. You'll see the botanicals and the natural hair products that are 50% off. So this is our 𝗙𝗍𝗄𝗏 wefted bundle. We have her satin wig bag to put her hair in. She's also going to get some grapeseed oil as a free gift, as well as a detangling brush for her bundles. I put each bundle back so that it can have extra protection, but you'll also get the satin wig bag. I do recommend to keep your bundles in these bags if you're not going to be wearing them. Or put it in the satin wig bag. This is going to protect them from dust. Alright, so this is everything she'll receive. She is getting free shipping as well. This is free oil with free gift. Space in there. I gotta weigh that. Next up, we have 2 jars of hair butter. Our botanicals are 50% off right now. I'll also be giving her a free castor oil. This is a returning customer as well. I just printed off the label for the other order we just packed. This goes in our padded poly mailer since it is a product. And remember, these are 50% off right now. All botanicals are 50% off. You have about 30 more minutes of the Black Friday sale. So definitely go check out 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗺𝗺collection.com to go get yours. We're gonna check out this other order that just came in. Y'all cutting it close, okay? Alright. Head to 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗺𝗺collection.com and I thank y'all for watching.